Hello all, this is Halloween. In today's video we are headed to Niagara Falls. Now I had never been to Niagara Falls. It really wasn't even a bucket list item for me, but I'm so glad that I went and I can't wait to share everything with you. Enjoy. It's a beautiful day in Niagara Falls, New York. Very, very upstate. We're actually bordering Canada here at the state park, established in 1885. It's just a little bonus before visiting some cemeteries in the area. We're gonna go see the falls. One of the things I'm really loving about this area is, one, the weather. It's nice, it's so cool. We are here in the morning hours, so it's very cool outside. It's not muggy or humid, and these beautiful wild Christmas trees are all around, and they have some really beautiful trees. You know, the drive was very scenic. As you can see, the trees are lush and green, and I just want to touch one. Look, it's a big Christmas tree. Doesn't this remind you of National Lampoon's? When he goes out and cuts down his own Christmas tree. Oh, it's so beautiful. I want to smell it. Oh, I love it. And just look at this view here of the city. And there's such a cute little historic town as you're driving up to the falls, to the park. Really pretty. I'm really enjoying it here. I just want to come look over this little area here. Oh, you can see him. You can see him off in the distance. This is the first time I've ever seen a waterfall in person. Like a big waterfall. So cool. We are on the American side. We won't be visiting the Canada side, but the Canada side looks like where it's really happening. If you can see right here, all of that over there is the Canada side. Lots to do, lots of shops and bars and different things like that. The American side of the falls is basically just a state park. It looks kind of probably boring if you're on that side looking over on this side. But look how beautiful. Wow, it's a long way down, I'll tell you that. Oh, that's gorgeous. The water looks inviting. I love that bridge. A lot of cool bridges too coming over. And great old buildings that are so ornate. Their architecture is just stunning. I've taken a lot of pictures of some of the different buildings that we've experienced in Buffalo. We're arriving at the falls. We were at the wrong end before, and now we've come down a ways so that we're right in front of the falls. Obviously a very touristy thing to do. There are tourists everywhere from all over the place. Oh, look how pretty that is. Woo! I want to go whitewater rafting. Beautifully landscaped. Look at all the plants here. So pretty. There's a man here that's just watering the plants. bartender at Big Ditch said this was just a shithole. I have to disagree. He said there was nothing to do around here. There's a Hard Rock Cafe just outside of the park. There's a lot of gift shops and different things like that. So don't always listen to the bartenders because they're not always correct. He lives here, so he's probably tired of hearing about it. But look how pretty. The water looks blue, which is cool. Wow. It's so pretty, it doesn't even seem real. Over here is where we want to be. You can kind of see it off in the distance there. Isn't that pretty? The mist of the water and the sunlight made a rainbow at the falls here. It's probably a regular phenomenon. So beautiful. Look at that water. It just looks like it's crystal clear, blue, beautiful water. I want to kind of get around this fall a little bit more. You can see all the tourists here to see this gorgeous creation from God. Stunning. There's a ferry boat that takes you right down in the falls, basically, which is really cool. I don't think we'll be doing that today, but maybe sometime we will. We intend to go to Toronto and see the other side, or see the falls from the other side, but I have to get a passport to do that. I don't have one, so maybe on that trip I'll do the ferry boat. That rainbow is stunning. So cool. There's a ferry boat right there, heading towards the falls. Wow. And people think that there's no God. Isn't that something? Who created all of this? We paid $1.25 to come up to the observation deck to get a better view of the falls, and they gave us a $50 and change, which was cool. You see the people probably getting ready to board the boat or just got off the boat. They got the ponchos on.
Man, I kind of want to do that boat ride.
Look at that.
Woo! That's a long drop.
That's cool. Look at that. You can walk down through the park and get real close to the falls down there. There's people down there probably getting sprayed with mist right now. Pretty neat.
There's a window right there.
Yeah.
See it?
Mm-hmm. It's cool.
It's going to be a good place to hang out the house.
We're here at the Hard Rock Cafe in Niagara Falls. Gonna go in and get a bite to eat. Let's see some of the cool stuff they have at this location. Starting with the gift shop. Here's their little gift shop. Hard Rock is a franchise across the United States. I'm not sure if they're global. Actually, they are. They are global because I used to have a Hard Rock shirt from Israel back in the day. Someone brought it back for me, so I think they're global. But if you've never been to one, it's, you know, it's franchise pretty much. They're all similar but different. Some folks collect these Hard Rock Cafe shirts, and they always have a really nice selection to choose from.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
This gift shop's mainly shirts. They have some keychains here and shot glasses and things like that. Tell you what, if you're going to come to Niagara Falls, you need to come in the morning because it gets crazy in the afternoon. Check out the Elton John wig. That is an awesome Antoinette wig. It says Elton John wore these for several stage performances. I believe that. Cool. Let's go see some of the other artifacts. Several guitars. Here's one from Avril Lavigne. Fender. Fender Strat. It says this custom Stratocaster belonged to Avril. A photograph of her playing the guitar was featured in the July 2000 issue of In Style magazine. And that's the picture up there. Some more Avril stuff if you're an Avril fan. I can't say that I am. I think she's cool, but not a big fan. I thought the Poison drum head was really cool up there. A bass drum, I believe. It says Ricky Rocket Poison. This custom-made silver drum kit was used by Ricky on Poison's 1999 reunion tour. Autographed up there. Several of them are autographed.
Look at the guitars up there.
Shoot, Courtney Love's dress. Right here. Courtney Love of Hole. We're going to be visiting one of her band members at the Forest Lawn Cemetery, who died of a drug overdose in 1994. But this is Courtney Love's dress. It says, opinionated, brutally straightforward, and controversial, the widow of Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain has become one of the most notable figures in alternative rock. Courtney wore this dress during the 90s. And I guess this is a picture of her in that dress with Kurt. That looks like actually a different dress to me. I'm looking at the bottom lace. There's no bottom lace on this dress. Maybe it's a replica. I look at the small details. I'm used to that with costumes and stuff. Paul Stanley of Kiss guitar. Slim Jim Phantom Stray Cats. Those are some cool pants. It says these flame pants were worn by Jim in numerous appearances throughout the 1980s, including a Saturday Night Live performance, if you want to look that up. Mike Stipe. It's a letter, but I don't see, you can't even see the writing on the letter anymore. It's all worn off, faded off over the years. Evidently it's a letter he wrote to Evander Holyfield to congratulate him on becoming a boxing champion. Good to know, because you certainly can't read it from there. Let's go see what the food looks like. Niagara Falls was amazing. It had never been something that I wanted to do. before. I actually didn't even know. I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I didn't know it was in New York. So when I wanted to go to Jamestown to visit the Lucille Ball Museum, my husband was like, well, let's stay in Buffalo and visit the falls. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was kind of like incorporated into this trip as kind of something that he wanted to do, but I'm so glad that I went. We heard from a couple different locals that it was a shithole over in Niagara Falls. I wouldn't put it that way. I think it was really charming. It's a really nice and beautiful state park. What they kind of meant by that is that it's all gift shops and like the Hard Rock. And there's not much to do other than that, but see the falls and go on the Maid of the Mist and do the tours. And they have all kinds of tour packages for you to choose from. We didn't decide to do that. I mean, we were there for the falls, but we also had other things planned. So we might do that if we visit the Canada side one day. Now, the Canada side is where it's happening. You know, they got the restaurants and the bars and all kinds of things to do. They've got their own Maid of the Mist over on that side that it's the boat that takes you into the falls. That's definitely, we're gonna do it on the Canada side, I think, when we do the Maid of the Mist and all of that. So I do highly recommend that if you do go, you go in the morning. There's a lot of reasons for this. There's all of the lookout points will be crowded if you wait and go in the afternoon or midday. We went at like 9:30 in the morning, and as we were leaving, the bus loads of crowds of people were coming in. And there's only so many lookout spaces, so all these people are just leaned up against the fence there, just kind of staying there. They're not moving, so you may not find a space really where you can look out and see the falls if you wait to go in the afternoon. Also, you may not catch the rainbow. The rainbow was in my pictures because we were there early in the morning, and that's when you can see it. I heard that midday through about early evening you can't see it, and then it shows itself once again like in the early evening hours. Also, the restaurant, you know, there's the Hard Rock right there. When we went in, it was empty, and then as we were leaving, people started flooding into the restaurant. So if you really want to experience it, I highly recommend you go in the morning. It's definitely a breathtaking sight to see. I can't really describe in words how beautiful it is, but I highly recommend you do it at some point in time. If you love this video, join me for many more. And if you haven't already, please remember to like, subscribe, and share the video, and I'll see you next time.